People are really excited about what's happening in El Salvador. There are so many individuals who've never been here, but they're interested in El Salvador as a plan B, or they want to relocate their family or invest in a vacation property, but they just don't know where to start. So this trip was created specifically for this reason, to give individuals the know-how and the connections and the resources they need to make the right investment decisions here. The point is not that you walk away investing in a property, although that would be great. The point is that you walk away with the confidence that you need to take those next steps in El Salvador. We really want to set you up for success.
If there was any country I'd want to go to, it would be El Salvador at this point. There's nowhere else that seems to be doing what El Salvador's doing.
Definitely. I think El Salvador should be a plan B for anyone.
El Salvador is attracting some great minds. Yeah, it would definitely be a plan B for us.
El Salvador is definitely a plan B, and after what I saw here this week, it could very well be a plan A.
Someone asked me recently why I moved to El Salvador, why I dragged my wife and kids here. And I realized not everyone has the same perception of reality as I do. And we all have different sources of information. We all have a different understanding of what the world is right now. So let's run through it. I've studied a lot of history in my day. In college and just in general, I like reading stories of history. And you start to see patterns and you start to see rhythms of when society kind of crumbles and goes to shit for one reason or another. And I look back at my childhood and I look at the values that I had and just kind of my whole culture had in my neighborhood and how things were, what things cost. And then I just look back at all the years as it goes forward, as time progresses, and I realize like everything's just been deteriorating since I became an adult, even before that really, but since a cognizant age, basically since 2008, everything's been deteriorating. And I have kids now, and I have a moral duty, I have a responsibility. It is my job, my only job, my purpose in this life, the meaning I find in life is to create or provide the best possible future for my kids. Where I come from, I don't see that future right now. It might still be possible, but I don't see it. I see things just going down and backwards. But El Salvador is the opposite. El Salvador has an upward trajectory. So I thought, hey, given what's been happening there and the policies it's adopting and the values it's choosing to stand by, I think there might be a future there for my children. So I'm going to put my eggs in that basket for now because there's nowhere else to really put them that I can feel secure in the future. But because I did have the opportunity and I did have access to the resources to make this move happen, as a father, I had to do it. It's my duty, it's my obligation to provide the best possible future for my kids, regardless of any other factor. So getting over the fear, getting over the excuses, getting over the what ifs, and just doing what I believe is the best move for my children's future. So that's why we're here, because I believe there's a really, really potentially amazing future here. That's the reason I moved here, because as a father, it felt like the only responsible decision for my children's future.